There's a quiet revolution happening in finance, and it's being led by three names you probably use all the time. We're going to break down how this simple idea of a digital dollar is about to become a huge part of our financial lives, maybe without us even noticing. Man, this quote just nails it, right? Every major piece of tech, every single one, hits this moment where it goes from being this weird niche experiment to just being normal. And right now, that's exactly where we are with digital dollars. It's happening. Think about it. Remember when Facebook was just for college kids, and then boom, your aunt is poking you? Or remember getting a real menu at a restaurant? Now you just pull out your phone and scan a QR code without even thinking about it. That is the exact kind of invisible, inevitable shift that's happening in finance as we speak. And at the center of all this are these three companies: SoFi, Coinbase, and Intuit. You've got a bank, a crypto exchange, and an accounting software giant. Each one is making a really distinct, really powerful move. Let's start with the one coming from inside the system. Okay, first up, SoFi. What's so wild about this is that it's coming from a trusted, chartered, fully regulated American bank. This isn't some outsider trying to shake things up. This is the system itself saying, okay, it's time to evolve. And this is a huge shift in strategy. For years, banks have kind of held crypto at arm's length, They tolerated it, but SoFi is flipping that completely on its head. They're not just holding crypto, they are literally creating it. So, for anyone who's new to this, what even is a stablecoin? It's actually super simple. It's a digital token that lives on a blockchain, and for every one token, there's a real US dollar sitting in a bank account somewhere. Just think of it like a digital dollar bill. Simple as that. So say hello to SoFi USD. Now, the fact that this is coming from a nationally chartered US bank, that is a massive, massive deal. This isn't just a fun new feature on their app. No. This is foundational infrastructure. SoFi is building the digital plumbing for the future of money. And get this, they plan to sell that plumbing to other banks and fintechs too. So here's the bottom line on this one. SoFi isn't just playing around with crypto. They are taking all the trust and regulation of the US banking system, and they're turning it into software. They're literally turning the US dollar into code. So, who's building the world where that code is going to live? Well, that brings us to Coinbase. If SoFi is building the regulated pipes, Coinbase wants to build the entire sprawling city on top of them. Yeah, they started with crypto, but their ambition now is, well, all of finance. I absolutely love this metaphor because it's so perfect. Forget thinking of them as just a place to buy some Bitcoin. Coinbase wants to be the one-stop shop for absolutely everything. The giant warehouse store for every financial thing you could ever want, all under one gigantic digital roof. And just look at the sheer scope of this thing. Of course, you've got crypto and stocks, but then they're adding really complex stuff like perpetual futures, prediction markets, and even things like on-chain identity, which is basically a digital passport for the internet, plus AI investing tools. It's the whole shebang, all in one app. They're trying to compete with everybody all at once. Now, here's the really clever part. It's what's happening underneath. They built all of this on their own blockchain, which they call Base. By doing that, they basically own the digital real estate. So instead of just making money when you buy or sell something, they get to be the toll collector, taking a tiny slice of every transaction that happens in their world. So what you're seeing here isn't just a simple software update. It's a total upgrade of their ambition. Coinbase doesn't want to be the biggest crypto exchange anymore. They want to be the fundamental operating system for your entire financial life. And that brings us to our third player. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all. This is the stealth attack. There's no hype, no splashy announcements, just a quiet, behind-the-scenes integration that could change everything. So what's the big move? It's a partnership. Circle, the company behind the huge USDC stablecoin, is teaming up with Intuit. And the strategy here isn't about building something flashy and new. It's about plugging this incredibly powerful new technology into a network that's already massive. And when I say massive, I mean it. Intuit's distribution is almost impossible to wrap your head around. We're talking TurboTax, QuickBooks, which basically runs the back office for millions of small businesses, Credit Karma. These aren't flashy startups. These are the trusted, almost boring brands that are part of the financial furniture. And this is where stablecoins stop being about speculation and start being incredibly useful for the boring stuff that actually runs the economy. We're talking faster payments between businesses, way cheaper international transfers, even programmable payroll. But the most powerful part? It all just disappears into the background, inside the software people already use and trust every single day. And that is the absolute key to understanding Intuit's role in all this. For a new technology to really truly go mainstream, it doesn't need more hype. It needs distribution. It needs to be useful and easy to get to. And Intuit has the ultimate distribution channel, embedding this new tech right into the core of the real economy. Okay, so let's tie this all together. You have SoFi, making the dollar programmable and putting it on the blockchain. You have Coinbase, building the massive all-in-one financial playground where we can use it. And then you have Intuit, silently weaving it into the very fabric of the economy. 3 different companies, 3 different angles, all pushing toward one inevitable future. This table really lays it out perfectly. SoFi provides the regulatory permission, it makes it legitimate. Coinbase builds the platform, it makes it usable and accessible. And Intuit provides the distribution, it makes it widespread. You need all 3 pieces of the puzzle: permission, platform, and distribution. Together, they are a force for a massive, massive shift. So look, if you take away just one single thing from all this, let it be this. The future of money isn't some loud, crazy revolution that's going to happen overnight. It's being built right now, quietly, inside the apps and systems that we already know and trust. It's less of a big bang and more of a silent, invisible software update to the entire financial system. And that leaves us with one last, pretty heavy question to think about. In a world where money is no longer just paper or metal, but it's actually software, we have to ask ourselves, who gets to write the code? And what is that going to mean for every single one of us?